Well, really, I got a lot of people been calling me lately.
Yeah.
Want to find out how they can become a permanent resident here in Rio de Janeiro. Some have some business concerns. Others are retired. So I know the laws changed so much, so they just want to know. And I get your professional opinion. How can they get a permanent resident here in Rio de Janeiro?
Oh, there is two ways, right? The first one, you'd have to live here in Brazil for 4 years. You know, like you'd need a permit, right? Because you require a permit to be a resident here in Brazil, right? So if you don't have a child, you know, if you're just living here, you need like 4 years to apply for a residence, to prove that you can communicate, that you know a little bit of Portuguese. You got to prove to the embassy, to the government, that you know the language, okay? And if you have a son here or a daughter, that time from 4 years would drop to 1, right? So you need just like a year here in Brazil to apply to become a resident, a permanent resident here in Brazil.
Now, suppose you you come and you buy property.
Okay.
Property here in Rio de Janeiro, or you're retired.
Okay.
What is the process under those conditions?
Under those conditions, you will have to prove that you have a way to support yourself here. You know, like if you bought a property, if you already have a CPF, you know, an identification, a foreign identification, right? You just need to wait this time, 4 years, you know, that what the law required for you to apply to become a citizen. And the federal police and the federal government would you would submit to them that file, you know, for them to see if they're gonna give you their residentship, you know, for you to become a Brazilian resident here in Brazil.
Now, if a person get married to
that would be easier too. Like if you get married, if you got a Brazilian wife, that time would drop from 4 years to 1, 2.
And adoption too. If you adopt
An adoption too. Yeah, a Brazilian child, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But with the easiest way, once you retire, you shouldn't have no problem at all.
You shouldn't have no problem at all once you retire, because you'll have the means. Like have
Now,
the money.
I noticed a lot of guys are staying here who are studying, and they use the educational, path in order to stay and to remain in Rio too until they finish their studies.
Yeah, that would be another way too. Like if you like taking classes out here or going to college or whatever, you know, you could get that visa, that student visa, that would be longer than a tourist visa. You know, so that would work out too, but it's not permanent, right? It's not
Probably the easiest way is just marry one of these beautiful young ladies.
You gotta do that. Would be the best way. That's about it.
That's about it, my brother.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Then you cut through all the red tape.
Yeah.
It can cost you though.
Oh yeah, and money, but not as much as in the U.S. Not as much as in the
Thank
U.S.
God for that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I hope that answered the question, my brother.
So yeah, hey, there y'all have it. Mr. Thompson, Brother Marcus, hey, definitely appreciate y'all for just letting the people know, you know, as far as like, you know, what they can do to get residents here in Brazil. Yep. And you know the steps they need to do in order to get that.
And definitely live in the marvelous city of Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, definitely that.
I don't think there's any city in the world can replace
none.